A few surprises for this event. We get the chance to see Salamangreat taking down the event, and Centurion actually following it up close behind. Make sure you guys smash the like and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more Oz content. Wow, this is a very interesting breakdown for this event because we actually have Tenpai Dragons and Snake Eyes actually duking it out, not in a crazy dominating fashion. I mean, both had 2 slots in the top cut for this event, but that's a pretty normal thing to be seeing here. Now, do keep in mind that we do have a Fire King deck down here, but the thing that made this Fire King deck actually interesting was it's playing Tri-Brigade cards as its little sub-package to kind of be the thing to get it going, which that's actually pretty good. We haven't seen hardly any of the Fire King Tri-Brigade builds showing up at all. Most people just kind of tossed it in the dumpster and we're just done with the deck after, we got the full Wanta package. But, kind of considering maybe more budget options have allowed you the chance to kind of consider playing those cards again. Or, we don't quite have the mini Fire King manga promo that actually allows the actual Fire King deck to see play. So until we get that, maybe having those Tri-Brigade cards can be a big help for your combo lines to continue to do well. Now, we also did have a Flonderese deck. Flu is still a good anti-meta deck, in my opinion, especially with how this meta has been going and shaping up, though a lot of people do still kind of struggle to deal with the birds. And then we had, second place was our Centurion deck, and I am very happy to see that Centurion got the chance to sport itself off here and showcase that this deck is a very, very strong deck. Now, I think the biggest and most interesting thing out of this event was, with all of this competition here, you had Salamangreat sitting here on the throne as the first place deck, which tells me some very interesting things about this meta. That, Salad, not having Nibiru present in the meta, has just allowed this deck the chance to kind of walk on in here and do very well. Okay, let's pass on over those deck lists. So, winning our event is the power of Salamangreat, actually sporting off triple parallel Exceed in here. I guess this is an oh crap button to, get the Bagooski, the terribly tired teddy bear, up and running. Or, maybe we just need some extra fodder to link climb. Either way, you do see the 2 Pyro Phoenix, the 2 Raging Phoenix. It's been a very TCG thing. A lot of the OCG does dedicate the extra slot to the additional Raging Phoenix because, it is a universal search for the deck. To be honest with you, outside of the rest of this, you do have the deck lockdowns present in here for the deck grind. Of course, Paro for, the free gain 2,000 life points. You definitely want to be seeing that. And we're actually side decking the Rage instead of main decking it. You're also playing 44 cards, so maybe not having this in there. It's kind of interesting. You also have only 2 crossout Detonators in here as well. No Nibiru in sight for this deck to worry about. So freaking cool. All right, what else we got? We have our Centurion build, sporting off, wow, we're actually back to playing the Horus package in here. Okay. And of course, we do have the extra name with the Dumaltef, which is actually pretty cool. Only 2 King Sark. This build's also playing 2 crossouts. I'm loving the fact that these builds, we're getting away with playing 2 of these. We also have 2 Super Polys built into the main deck, so you can Super Poly away those insanely terrible boards that are going to give you some problems. And of course, we do have the 1 True Awakening, the 1 Phalanx in here, and we are playing the 1 Wake Up Centurion for the token generator in here as well, and of course, the bonds. This deck went full gas with its Centurion targets. Interesting hand traps. I mean, you have the 2 Veilers, the 2 Ghost Ogres splash, no bonfires for Trudea. Don't really need them. Also, interestingly enough, we're playing 1 Droplet. I guess this makes sense as a cross-out target, so you can go ahead and ping this. But if your opponent sends the spell card, well, just bad luck, I guess. Okay, what else we got back here? Tenpai, what in the world is this? So this takes the Tenpai deck a little bit further than we're used to seeing. You do see that we are playing a Rise Heart in here, and we are playing the Unicorn with 2 Fenrirs. And of course, we have a Birth Endotheosis with 2 Razeless. So is this the scenario in case, we have to go first? Because we have the Armed Dragon of Annihilation. We also have the Big Eye in here as well. You do see that we have the Sky Crisis in case... this has been coming up a lot more in these decks. This is kind of the oh crap button, something went wrong. You also do see we are playing the Tzolk'in. Okay. And of course, the crossouts. man, we've come so far in the meta now that anti-spell fragrance is showing up in my Tenpai Dragon decks, which means we're just using this as a free little punishment to stop our opponent. Wow. I guess. Also the fact that this is citing the rivalry instead of meaning it. That's also been a big discussion point across the board with a lot of these lists. Alright. Oh, our other Tenpai Dragon deck. This build is playing a Blaster. That's not something that I see hardly anybody trying out here. Blaster was a very cool concept in the extremely early days of this deck. That they were like, well, you can just go ahead and burn, that in a Tenpai, pop something on the field that's a problem, and then, you have a revivable dragon. Sure, but I don't think it's worth it. Also, to be fair, I guess, when you can Gold Sark it away, it does toggle you into any of your extra dragons. Huh. There's the Drago. I am 100% supportive of this card. I think this card is nuts. Also, we're side decking the Necro Valley and the Secret Village. No set rotation anywhere. This is one of those cases of, since we are playing Ancient Fairy Dragon for the field spell rotation, so you can kind of get to it. And you do see we are playing Vorp Gate. Vorp Gate is definitely fallen from its play lines. That's very interesting. And also, Access Code Talker. Didn't expect to see that coming. Okay. What else we got back here? We have our Snake Eyes build sporting off the Kashtira package. This has been an extremely normalized thing at this point. And then, I didn't think I would see my dear friend Birch in here. Birch has been very, very miss, according to a lot of players. I do like the card. I think it's pretty cool. Also, being able to have an extra toggle into the Flamberge Dragon is incredibly good. Because we're playing this package, you do get access to playing the one copy of the Burst, so you can continue to put these stupid good cards on the field. For side decking, nice one of Chalice, nice one of Droplet, if need be, and we also have a one of Cosmic Cyclone. I feel like there could have been better choices made down here with possibly wanting more copies of this, but the one of Department looking very, very interesting. See, it's I guess tech choices like this that kind of make you intrigued by the decision making that people go through in their deck building to go, well, I'm just going to play one of these with a Harvey's Feather Duster all tournament. Okay, we have Flunderies for you. Finally! Triple actual Harpy's Featherstorm built into the main deck. I'm so used to seeing so many people punting this around down in side decks going, well, we can try this as a 1 of in the main, 2 in the side. And it's like, it's just leave it in the main. Have it for when you go first so you can win the game. The card is that insane. Also, Threatening Roars and the Thunder of Ruler. Well, unfortunately, this didn't work out because this deck is in top 8, and, both Tenpai decks did get into top 4, so maybe there was a little bit of a mismatch along that way, but unfortunately, that happens. We're also playing 2 copies of the Swallow's Cowrie as well. This TCG exclusive helped this deck out so much in terms of its turbo consistency. And, of course, you do see the triple Hadoken in here as well. But outside of that, there's nothing really too crazy to say about this. You're still doing extremely big flu things with 1 basketball. Alright, now we have regular Snake Eyes. This build is, of course, 1 Fenrir, 1 Unicorn. Instead of, trying out like a 2-2 split, we're just going 1-1. You do see the 1 of Birth down here, and of course we have the double Ray Sloth. And of course, the Metal Tronus is down here in the side deck. We saw this show up a while ago. It's been kind of, once again, hit or miss. I mean, it'll show up in lists, but it hasn't been an absolute staple. I think the card is pretty cute for what you want to be trying it with. And of course, we have the triple Skill Drain down here as well. And of course, because of our free little Kashtira package, you get access to the Draco Sack to pop off, make some free tokens, and just kind of get a free board wipe along the way. There's nothing else too crazy to say about this. Snake Eyes innovations are some of the most already figured out stuff that we have going for us in the meta. I want to be like, ooh, something exciting, but no, this deck has been so streamlined. If this is the most exciting thing you get, well, ooh. Budget. So we actually have our Fire King build here. No wanted good stuff or anything like that. You're just using the Tri-Brigade good stuff to kind of turbo through, do, Wing Beast plays through these good cards, and just kind of do your thing. It's actually pretty cool to actually see that regular old Fire Kings, not needing those expensive, clunky cards, no Flamberge Dragon, you're just using Kieran as its pop, actually got the chance to do well. And I think it's only out here in these smaller nationals that you get the chance to see things like this actually show up. I mean, I think you could top 16 regional with this, but for sure, very interesting. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys are thinking about this meta. And remember, Revolt on in to Shurag is one of the stupidest things I have to deal with in this game. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.